Welcome to Wanderlust and Wishes, the podcast where we explore the world one destination at a time.
I'm Julie.
And I'm Krystle.
As travel agents with fantastical vacations, we are here to share our passion for travel and help you turn your wanderlust into reality.
From hidden gems to bucket list adventures, join us as we dive into the sights, sounds, and stories of our favorite destinations.
So grab your passport, pack your bags, and let's embark on this journey together.
Welcome to Wanderlust and Witches, episode 60. Today, we're going to talk about rest days during your Walt Disney World vacation. Krystle and I both strongly recommend them, but we also feel like they don't have to be a pool day. There's lots of things to do. So we're going to talk about that. But first, we do have a couple of news nuggets to talk through for Walt Disney World.
This week, they released a 20% on rooms at select Disney resort hotels, while also receiving up to $100 Walt Disney World resort dining and shopping card when adding a 4-day or longer standard theme park ticket to your stay. This offer is currently available for stays most Sunday through Thursday nights, October 12th through November 20th, and most nights, November 23rd through December 25th. So they are excluding Thanksgiving, right? Is that Thanksgiving week? Is Thanksgiving early this year?
No, actually, it's not excluding. I don't know why they did it that way because Thanksgiving is the 27th or 28th, I think. So who knows?
Is it a marathon weekend?
No, because that is actually weird. It's the last weekend in October. Normally it's the first weekend in November, but this year the wine and dine is the 24th through the 26th. Because I have someone. The only reason I know that is I have someone going that weekend.
I'm so confused why they excluded this if it's not Thanksgiving, unless they didn't fact check that themselves.
Yeah, I don't know. That is weird. Also, yay! We do have dates for all of the parties: Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, Jollywood Nights, and also Festival of the Holidays. And the tickets for the two parties become available on July 16th. So the day, is that the day that, I think that's Wednesday. That's the day the podcast will drop. So they'll be available starting Wednesday, July 16th. This year for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, there are going to be 25 dates available between November 7th and December 21st. Jollywood Nights, there are fewer dates. There are 13 dates between November 8th and December 22nd. And then the Festival of the Holidays will be celebrated from November 28th through December 30th. Dates for the Candlelight Processional have not been announced yet. We'll update you as soon as we have those. This is a beloved tradition at Epcot. For those of you that don't know, celebrity narrators read the Christmas story with a live orchestra and choir in the background. It's very, very popular, and especially with particular narrators. There are certain narrators that people go to see them, and it's a huge deal. And then we will definitely plan on doing an episode like we did last year to go over all of the details of the holiday celebrations.
All right, you ready to jump in?
Yeah.
All right, we get it. You go to Disney for the magic, the rides, the parks. If you don't know, if you've been, you know. But if you haven't been, Disney trips are exhausting. This is not a relaxing vacation for most. A rest day helps you recover, gives your mind a rest, helps with the overstimulation. So you can really just enjoy the rest of your vacation instead of it just dragging through it. So too often we hear people say, we'll just hang out by the pool. And while there's nothing wrong with that, there are just so many amazing things to do on non-park days. So today we're going to do a little breakdown of creative, fun, magical ways to spend your rest day at Walt Disney World.
And there's really so many other things that you can do that you could plan multiple rest days or non-park days as part of your vacation, because there's just as much to do really in some of these topics that we're going to talk through that there is to do at the parks themselves.
I'm sure we missed something in this list as well. So
we're going to start with resort-based activities. We've talked about in the past where there's kind of standard activities, standard things that you have at the resorts that are fantastic, but these are some examples of kind of unique above and beyond activities at the different resorts, and obviously they're going to vary by resort category, whether it's value, moderate, or deluxe. For example, Coronado Springs Resort, they have Sangria University at Three Bridges, Colors of Coronado painting experience, and then Spanish mosaic art class. At Animal Kingdom Lodge, you can learn all about the African culture. The lobby itself is almost like a museum or a work of art that has all kinds of African culture built within it. There's a Wild About Painting art class. They have animal viewing areas with the giraffes and zebras, and I'm not sure what the other kind of deer is. It antelope animals?
Impala maybe, or a gazelle.
Yeah, or yeah, gazelle might be it. But they do have like the safari animals where you can see those, and at night, if you're there at night, you can get night vision goggles that allow you to see the animals while they're there at night, which is pretty cool.
At Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground, there is an archery experience where you can channel your inner Merida. There are horseback and pony rides at the Tricycle D Ranch. This is so fun. And the pony rides are only like a couple bucks, like $3 or $5 or something. There's the Chippendale Campfire Sing Along, bike rentals and fishing excursions, canoe and kayak rentals.
And on our episode that we talked about Fort Wilderness, it has something crazy like 40 plus things to do. It has so much to do at that resort and campground. So that's a really good location to do something if you want to feel kind of separated from the parks.
At the Grand Floridian, there is the Senses Spa for massages, facials, or if you want like a mani-pedi. They have live piano music in the lobby.
At Port Orleans Riverside, they have horse-drawn carriages, rides through the scenic pathways of the resort. The resort's beautiful, and it's a perfect activity for this resort. They also have Surrey bike rentals there. At the Boardwalk and Yacht Club area, they also have Surrey bike rentals. They have on the boardwalk, they have street performers, games, and classic boardwalk fun. Definitely like different shops and things like that. At the new cake bake shop, they have Roses of Gold afternoon tea. And I think that's something that has been asked for a lot. I've had asked for when I've booked for like mother-daughter trips. For some reason, Grand Floridian hasn't added that back yet. So this is a good option for that.
At Pop Century and Art of Animation, you have all the oversized statue photo ops. So those are fun. And if you have someone who loves Cars or Lion King or Little Mermaid, the vintage Disney, like the little Mickey on his phone at Pop, that's fun to walk around. And occasionally you can find pop-up animation drawing classes at Art of Animation. Just as a reminder, let's not forget the basics that every resort offers. Pools, they all have a fun themed pool. Your moderate and deluxe also offer slides. Most have playgrounds, so you can run off some energy. Arcades, walking and jogging paths, resort cafes, poolside fun. Usually there's some kind of tie-dye or trivia or something poolside going on. So just check with your resort. They usually have like a daily lineup of activities of the activity guide, or talk to the front desk.
If you want to do something that's more on the sports option side, especially if you have kids that are really into sports and they want to do something, most deluxe and moderate resorts, they are going to have your fitness centers, and they're also going to have jogging and walking trails that you can use. So for our golfers, there are 2 golf courses on property. The Magnolia Golf Course, that's close to the Poly, and the Lake Buena Vista Golf Course, that's near Saratoga Springs. They also have 2 miniature golf courses, Fantasia Gardens, that's near the Swan and Dolphin, and Winter Summerland, that's near Blizzard Beach. Fort Wilderness, as I mentioned before, it has so many activities, has tons of things. They have basketball courts, tennis, pickleball, and volleyball available, and Caribbean Beach and Beach Club also offer sand volleyball courts.
Did you know that you could do yoga at Disney?
I did know that actually, but mostly because of my Run Disney experiences, not necessarily at other times.
Some of the resorts that offer yoga are the Boardwalk, Grand Floridian, Saratoga Springs. Yoga classes are typically held in the morning and are family friendly. Some resorts even offer storytime yoga for kids and Disney Fit yoga with Disney music.
I wanted
That, right? That'd be so fun. So if you're participating, this is probably how you know. If you're participating in a Run Disney weekend, there are yoga sessions in front of the castle in Magic Kingdom. It is a separate fee though.
some of the other things at the resorts, especially since we just talked about the holidays. Holidays are a great time to do resort crawls because you get to see all of the resort decorations. The Christmas trees at the different resorts are just phenomenal. We all know that Animal Kingdom Lodge and Wilderness Lodge are two of the best lobbies of the entire of Walt Disney World resorts, and their trees are amazing. Also at Disney Springs, they have a Christmas tree stroll, as well as gingerbread houses, such as those at, or really just gingerbread structures, I guess you could say. There's gingerbread houses at Grand Floridian, and like they have a carousel at the boardwalk. They have animals at Animal Kingdom Lodge. So they have those different options at the different resorts.
Keep an eye out for spontaneous character visits in resort lobbies, pool areas, or during meals. They can happen anywhere. I popped into the Riviera last year, and as I was getting my bag from the room, the lobby was full of the Fab Five. So just like they're always popping up. So keep an eye out. They might come make ears behind you, like Chip and Dale did with
Oh, yeah.
Julie.
That was funny. That was funny. I had no idea he was behind me. I was very busy posting something about, if it was in June, then it might have been maybe Halloween dates or maybe it was holiday dates. I don't know. They just dropped this like major news. No, I think it actually was the lightning lane changes. They changed it like right
And
in the middle of us being at our agency trip. They
yeah,
changed.
there was all kinds of massive news, and we were all sitting there like, great. We're trying to have
Really?
our meetings.
Uh-huh. Yes. So anyway, I was busy doing something with that, and he was behind me, and I had no idea he was there. It was pretty funny. One of our favorite things to do, and this can be rest day or honestly any day, any night that you're at your resort, they do movies under the stars, and they have them nightly, and they always have the list of movies available, usually posted somewhere in the lobby. Pick a night, bring a blanket and a snack, and sit out on the lawn and watch a movie. It's fun.
A lot of people don't realize, but many of these activities are open to guests not staying at the resort. So feel free to explore. Sometimes you have to check with the front desk or in the app for the latest schedule. But this is one of the reasons I love staying on the Skyliner or on the monorail because you have super easy access to a handful of other resorts. So it's very easy just to pop on over and see what's going on somewhere else. So let's talk about dining on your rest day. This can be a very good rest day activity. Could be, I don't know, we all love food. So sometimes people often forget about there are great restaurant and dining options not inside the park.
Yeah.
Some of our favorites are like Ohana at the Polynesian, Boma or Sanaa at Animal Kingdom Lodge, Toledo at Coronado Springs, Steakhouse 71 or California Grill at the Contemporary, Topolino's Terrace at the Riviera for a character breakfast or a romantic dinner.
You guys know I love my character meals, and I'm going to stake out where I can find them. Chef Mickey's at the Contemporary, Storybook Dining at Wilderness Lodge. That's one of my favorites. Although we talked about that one before, you definitely need to look at the menu because if you have picky eaters, they may not love that one, but I love it. I love the experience. Cape May Cafe at Beach Club, Topolino's Terrace at Riviera. This one is for breakfast. And then also 1900 Park Fair at Grand Floridian.
Just make note, not all of these are for dinner. So if you're trying to do a dinner on a non-park day, most of them are breakfast. So
That's true.
keep that in mind.
Oh, yeah. And I left off Ohana, even though Krystle did mention it earlier, but that one is a character breakfast at the Polynesian.
As you heard us talk about earlier, we're a big fan of crawls. So like a bar crawl, tree crawls, A popular route is on the monorail, so Contemporary Polynesian Grand Floridian. Skyliner is another one. Pop Art of Animation, Riviera, Caribbean Beach. Then you have Boardwalk Beach and Yacht Club. If you're not into drinks, that's okay. Make it a treat crawl. Try snacks or desserts. Like we said, turn it into a holiday crawl. Even at Easter, like a lot of them, the deluxe have like the egg displays,
Yes, they do.
beach and yacht, boardwalk, the Grand Floridian, especially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my parents actually did that when they went, I think this past March when they were there. The eggs were out and they took pictures of them. I think the perfect culmination of the Skyliner crawl is to end at Beaches and Cream and have a big
Kitchen sink.
ice cream. Well, I can't have the kitchen sink, but yes, kitchen sink is fantastic. I love the gluten-free brownie with ice cream. So good. I love it. It's my fave. And then if you're staying on the Skyliner, you just take the Skyliner back and basically roll yourself back up into your room and go to sleep. Because you can't move because you're so full. So next, we're going to talk about activities that are outside the parks and that are also not at the resorts. So Disney Springs is a very popular option for spending a rest day or spending a day that's not at the parks. They have live music, shopping, dining, and they have basically the from one end of the spectrum to the other. They have casual, like fast foodish type dining, all the way over to fine dining experiences. Some of our favorites are they have Gideon's, and you will have to wait in line for that. You kind of have to rope drop Gideon's, or just be prepared to wait. The Ghirardelli ice cream shop, also Swirls on the Water. That is a Dole Whip shop. It's so good. It also has World of Disney, which is the largest Disney store in the world.
Goodbye paycheck right there.
Yep. You can find most everything. There are things we've talked about before with merch. Like sometimes you have to be careful and double check to see if it's somewhere else so that you don't miss out on it. But a lot of times, if you're just trying to get like one big shopping trip done, that's a good spot to do it. They also have the M&M store, incredibly overpriced and ridiculous, but my daughters love to go in there and create their own little cup of M&Ms. And then also Goofy's Candy Company, that's also a favorite. Some of the favorite restaurants, the Boathouse, Homecoming, Wine Bar, George, and then Summer House on the Lake. The salad that I had at Summer House on the Lake, like I will continue to have dreams about that salad until I can go back and have it again. It was so good. I would love to eat there again.
I might get canceled for this, but dare I say the cookies at Summer House are better than Gideon's?
Yeah, you guys, they were so mean to me. They ate this delicious cookie. I'm just kidding. They were not. I knew that I couldn't have it. It was fine. I was just kidding.
Well,
It looked fantastic.
I don't know
I
if it's
can't have Gideon's either.
I don't know if it's a regional thing, but like it's like a grandma something
Mm-hmm.
pink frosting ice cream or pink frosting sugar cookie. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, Summer House has replicated it, and it took me right back to my childhood.
Yeah, it looked delicious. Other unique experiences at Disney Springs are Splitsville, Bowling Alley, the big hot air balloon ride that they take up in the air looks terrifying. The vintage amphicar tour. I feel like every time I see someone go out in that, it literally looks like it's going to sink, and it terrifies me as well. I just don't think I could do it. It looks like it's going to sink to me.
You a fun hater? Come on.
Actually, I could totally do the balloon thing. I would totally do that one, although it does look terrifying. But I would do that one. But the car looks like it's going to sink like any minute. They also have Cirque du Soleil, Drawn to Life. We've had several agents go to that show, and they said it's phenomenal because it has the Disney component to it. And then they have a cake decorating class at Amorette's. It is a little pricey. It's like $200, but you can bring two people.
And you get the $50 cake.
But you do get the cake. Exactly. You do get to bring the cake home.
Something else, the Disney water parks. We don't talk much about this. Right now for 2025 and for most of 2026, they are free on check-in day when you stay at a Walt Disney World resort. There's also a water park ticket add-on, and like they have some special after-hours events, especially in the summer, like glow nights and stuff. Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach both open right now, and then it's like the first time in like since pre-COVID, but it's usually one or the other. One's usually down. So that's fun if you are a water park person. But if you're saying, but Krystle, I have kids. Yes, I do too. Sometimes rest day with kids are such a fun adventure and it's just like a different change of pace. So some things that we have done or would like to do or have on our list, the photo session at the Grand Floridian, the Cinderella glass slipper photo session, craft stations at most deluxe and moderate resorts. Think like Mickey Ears, themed art projects. We talked about poolside trivia and dance parties earlier. The Chippendale Campfire at Fort Wilderness, and most resorts offer some sort of s'mores kit, which is fun. Cartoons or Disney Plus in the room, or a lot of them have them like playing, and there's like a little room off the lobby. Resort scavenger hunts. Ask the front desk. You can usually get like a fun little pen or something special if you finish that. And then in the day with the movie Under the Stars, like I said, we've done the pony rides. My kids think that riding the Skyliner or the monorail by itself is a treat. So even just a ride, like a whole lap, they love that.
Yeah, for some reason, it's so funny that you mentioned the Disney Plus, just chilling out with Disney Plus on. I don't know why it's become this tradition, and it's at Disney. It's actually almost anytime we're on vacation. We have Big City Greens on in the background like the entire time. I don't know where it came from. I'm not honestly sure how it started, but it seems to always be on somewhere, and that's what we watch. And we don't watch it at home. Like, we don't ever watch it at home. But when we're on
Do you
vacation,
do pizza with it? Like so many people will go get like the resort whole pizza pie, like especially like the Valley Resorts or the Pizza Window.
we order Primo Piatto pretty much every night, unless we have like dinner scheduled or something, and we just veg. So yes, that's definitely something that we do.
Those pizzas have a cult following.
There are flatbreads or kind of pizzas that I think Ella's ordered one before, but not the pizza that you're talking about. I don't think we've ever ordered that before. Arrival or departure day can kind of be treated as a non-park / rest day. So these are some things that you can do that are not overly exhausting and will still give you a little bit of Disney magic. On your arrival day, monorail ride plus fireworks at the Poly on the beach. This is a fantastic option. You could also, if you have time, do dinner at Ohana or dinner at the, what's the restaurant?
Wailulu.
Wailulu. Yeah. Dinner at Wailulu at the tower. It's really good. You can check out Disney Springs and just grab dinner. You also can, if you plan ahead, you can schedule a reservation there. Usually do have to reserve if you're going to do a sit down type dinner for the most part.
Or shout out to Polite Pig. That we
Yes.
always end up at Polite Pig. It's like great barbecue for.
And it's like quick service, but not. It's like a combo it's like a hybrid.
You don't need a reservation.
Yeah. You order like quick service, but then you get a table and they do come out and refill your drinks and stuff like that. You could start with a character meal, like coming in and doing Chef Mickey's. That's always I think Krystle's done that before where you kick off your trip seeing the Fab Five.
I recommend that to people all the time because it's a great way to like meet them and get it over with instead of like chasing them down and spending your first morning at Magic Kingdom looking for Mickey.
Or standing in line to meet them at one of the
Yeah.
little,
Yeah.
meets. Yeah. For departure day, similar to arrival day, where instead of, you're ending your day with a meal, like starting off your day with a resort hop for breakfast or treats, or just, to go through and get photos before you leave. You could spend the morning at the pool just to chill out for a little bit, wind down with one last walk on the boardwalk, or just walk around your resort. You are able to use the facilities, any of the amenities or facilities at the resorts on your checkout day, like for the entire day. So just because you have to check out by 11, you can leave your luggage and do what you need to do until it's time for you to leave, either by car or by flight.
So there you have it, a quick rest day roundup at Walt Disney World. So we'd love to hear what your favorite rest day activities are, or if it's more just sitting by the pool, because that's great too. Maybe this will help you be a little more intentional in planning your day off instead of just leaving it as an afterthought, especially those dining reservations. Don't let those pass by.
I definitely have tried on the last few trips to be a little bit more intentional about going to see what are at the other resorts and experiencing other things, even though I have my favorite thing to do on rest days, just so that I'm more knowledgeable of it, of course, for my clients, but also just for me to be able to experience more things. It's very easy to get stuck in your favorite and not want to do other things. So,
For sure. I think I said this maybe a couple episodes ago, but one of our most favorite trips, we switched our flight. It was cheaper to come in a day earlier and add a room night than to fly in the day we were planning. So we ended up with 2 full rest days on top of our travel day. And one day we did more like the monorail resorts. And I think that's when we did the ponies. And John went and golfed and he loved that. And then the other day we were doing all the Skyliner resorts. And then I think both nights we ended up, or almost probably like mid-afternoon. Mid-afternoon, we end up at Disney Springs, the Lego store, World of Disney, then sitting down like a late lunch, early dinner with good food. And then we're back at the resort where we can watch fireworks from the resort or Mickey bars,
yes.
just
Yeah.
hang out.
I love
So,
having more than one rest day.
yes, it made it so much more enjoyable.
Absolutely. We hope that you have enjoyed this episode. I had fun talking about this stuff, and it makes me excited to go on my next trip and try to do some of these things while we're there. Everybody, we hope everybody has a fantastic week. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Wanderlust and Wishes.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review on your favorite podcast platform.
And remember, the world is full of wonders waiting to be explored. Until next time, happy travels.
Bye for now.